Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Test, 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 test. Let's move this up here. Test, 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 test. Okay, we're good. Good morning, or good afternoon, guys. Let's take a look at the market. That's at 1 p.m. close here. Basically looking like seeking short price action right now. With Asia just consolidating, London taking the high before slamming lower, New York coming back up. And then this AM session here near lunchtime, we took that low, all-time low, or low of the day essentially. And if we're seeking short, we're gonna draw higher now. You guys are talking about ETF. I don't recommend ETF just because not only because they ban a lot of traders who are doing well. Basically, if you got switched to live one time, you're banned completely. So I'm not banned because I cheated or do anything like that. It's because I was switched to live one time, and then they don't want to continue the relationship. But then even then, like there's Desi also who just does really well, and they banned him too. Besides the banning, they just keep on switching their rules. So like you see them, if you saw them like 2 years ago, they were like a very high level firm, popular firm. Now they're like probably the number 8, number 9 at this point, and there's a reason for that. So every time someone asks me about ETF, I always say the same thing. It's like it's a firm I don't recommend. Even look at the payout numbers. They pay out like a fraction of a third, number 3, number 4 firm, even though they have 20 fundeds. Is that crazy? Like me and Lanto and Desi, let's say 20 fundeds, we can be 90% of their payout revenue, just because they don't pay people out that much. Pumping back up here. Yeah, so we just started here. I am liking higher, very seeking short price action now. I'm gonna set up my accounts and we'll get started for today, guys. Ooh. Hopefully it's a good day. 50. Let me just connect everything before we start today. Guys in chat, if you got your accounts restored, say something in the chat that you got restored. I'm just checking to see if everyone got restored. It looks like they did restore though, because I'm checking right now, and yeah, they do look restored right now. That's good. That's good. They did their job. I didn't really care about evals, but the fundeds, man, they had to restore that just because like it was like auto liquidated for no reason. Mine got restored. I did get mine. Didn't have an issue. Yeah, it's only those who affected with a glitch. Like yesterday, I took some trades AM. Most of the green, there's like a few counts that was red, but there's no drawdown glitch. They didn't give me a free reset there, which is like fine. Like I'm not expecting it. Only the one that got affected by the net liquidation was the one who got restored, which is fair because you know there's gonna be people slamming about it, saying like, "Oh, I got affected too. I got affected about too." They know who got fixed. The Atlanta took it fixed. He DM'd me in the very early in the morning, I think, saying he got restored, and I was like, I wasn't even awake by then, so they did it really fast. So yeah, I mean the daily charts right now are just giving me this slow here. I think non-farm payroll really shoots for it. If not this session, it's gonna be very ambitious though, since like we're like 400 points away. So I think we're gonna get as close as we can, maybe to hovering this before non-farm payroll. There's no trading day tomorrow, I think, because this market's closed on the New York session. But yeah. Funny thing is, like, you have a lot of people talking about, like, oh, Apex said there's a trade rate issue, and then they're trying to use that for other firms. They're like, so I have an issue on Tradeify or another firm, Trader, even though this is clearly a drawdown bug for only Apex, but people would just try to take advantage of it and try to get a free reset. So I'm like in higher prices right now. It's counter trend, but it's seeking a short, so like that makes me think it's like range bound as long as it flips here. Really pushing right now. I don't think we. I'm just gonna enter off of this though. I think Apex did right though. Based on everyone who I know had a drawdown bug, all of them got fixed. If you believe you got a drawdown bug and didn't get fixed, I'll just make a ticket, and then if you can, pull up some screenshots or anything that you can help prove your case, I guess. Because like when it happened to me, I had screenshots. I had like it was auto liquidated way too early. It was like down like $300 on a account that's like 2,000 profits, and it's like auto liquidated. It didn't make sense. Yeah, let's take a poll though. Let's take a poll if you're bullish, bearish. PM bias check. That's like a general consensus of everyone ideas. Have you had any Apex payout issues as of recently? I'm about to request in like I think 2 days. I just started Apex again, so I'll let you know. I'll let you know. I didn't trade Apex for December. Basically, I was trading all the way September to November. I got like a lot of payout from them. And then the account was blown. I just never bothered because I was too busy trading like Tradeify, Trader. Just focus on these accounts, and like I was like, I would just put Apex on the back burner. They had the 90% sale on New Year's. It was New Year's. I had to run it back, and now we're here. So, based off my what I've known, Apex does pay as long as you follow the rules. I think it goes beyond that too, right? So, if you give them no reason to deny you, like because there's one thing to follow the rules, but like scraping it, like because like some rules are more ambiguous, like let's say inconsistent sizing or the 30% rule. If you keep on brushing it to 30 many times or just doing something weird, that's one part of it. The other part is just don't even give it a single reason for them to deny you. That's like how you could do that. Just make the same P&L around the same each day for 8 days, the same sizing. no crazy trading like through news or anything. Like just that's the best way to go about it if you don't want any suspicions or any reason to deny you. That's what happens too, because then you have people talking about like, oh, I got denied by Apex, but they don't share their trading history. If they deny you, you can trade $50 days for the next 8 days. People have been asking me that. I have no idea. I mean, that I feel like that would be that could work, but like, would they not see through that? Like, let's say you just do something stupid, like for the first 10 days you got denied, or 8 days you get denied, you make like $2,000, $3,000, and then you violate the 30% rule, crazy, and just do like random sizing, break the sizing rule at the start too. Do you just get denied and just you can just do like $10 a day and get approved? Because I don't know if that proves trading history though. It feels like you are abiding by their rules, but like that's like something that I feel like they can see through that. 5 days of 50 and 3 day flip. They just want to see change. I wouldn't do that. If I was like getting denied, I would just do the same thing I'm doing, but just reduce the size and just do like $100, $200 a day, and not try to take advantage of any flip days either. But that's just what I would do. There's no rhyme or reason. Last month I was denied 1 out of 3 accounts. So you got to prove 2 accounts. For that 1 account, they're like, we gotta get you out. That happened to me. I think that happened to me last year. It was like probably 8 months ago, 9 months ago, before I was like trading Apex really seriously. I was like, I copy trade them. I requested like it was like 15 payouts or something. And then like 2 of them got denied. It's like all these are same balance, the same trades. It's like I'm not gonna argue with them. I'm just gonna keep on trading. I don't even know if Apex has a sizing rule, by the way. They did have a reason to deny for inconsistent sizing before. I don't think they have that anymore. Maybe they do. But then it goes back to the rule of thumb once again. Don't give them a reason to even try to deny you. If you go from 1 mini to 5 minis to 3 micros to 5 minis again, like that's too abrupt for me. For a firm that's like a very strict, if it's like a top stuff firm, like you can do whatever you want. Oh yeah, the 50% sizing. Yeah, I'm looking to balance it. They definitely reset all those counts pretty good. Nice. They really need to do that. I haven't heard people with like, some people say in like they got evals that were passed got resetted. I don't know if that makes sense. Unless they got, oh, maybe they got very close to passing and then they failed because it all liquidated and they just restored back to where they were before they got close to passing. It's always these comments that like, it makes it sound like very bad move, but like when you look into more of it, it's not that bad. Brandon, how many funnels do you have on Apex? You just passed 10 more. Is that reserves or just like you're gonna activate them? You have 20, so those are like, I guess, backups. Dude, Brandon, are you running 250Ks or 300Ks? Or I just passed it by news, but like when I was trying to pass them just by trading, and it was like not a good trading day, of course. It was so brutal because I get so close, and like I'm hitting these good trades even though the price action not that good that day. I'm just forcing it so I can pass it that day so I can activate it. Man, oh man, that was. I'll get like 80% there and then boom, or I'll get halfway real quick and then reverse on me. The target's crazy. Oh, the 100K, that's not that bad. The 250Ks are like impossible, I feel like. Unless you hit one big trade. You still can't buy eval since September. Sam, damn. I heard they're gonna fix that though. They said that they're gonna start rolling people back in like during the rule change in like, was it October? October, I believe. So yeah, I'm looking for longs right now. It's just a theme of it lately is like once it start moving, it just trends, leaving zero room for retracement. And I'm looking for gaps right now. We could have looked at the 5-minute inversion flip here. That would probably be the most ideal. This is like hindsight though. This is before 1 p.m. But we got this displacement here, which is retrace for higher. Looks like it's gonna come right back up. They're supposed to fix that this month. That's good. Do you think we'll see new company enter the space after Apex profitability number exposed? It's very bullish for props. That's one thing. But it's also another thing to stay within the top firms. Top firms are like big firms with healthy cash flow, so they can pay people out easier. And firms that are sustainable, like you have fast stock trading with high revenue at that point, their pricing doesn't make sense. They just take advantage of the deals and they'll get backlogged for payouts. Yeah, let's see. It's just pumping, man. My heart is just lately just like, okay, if I'm bullish, you just long this and just close your eyes. But I really want to find like an entry model. And this inversion happened before the PM live, before 1 p.m. essentially. And ever since that, basically the 1 p.m. live started with a big pump, 50-point pump in that 5-minute candle. Oh, by the way, someone mentioned FOMC minutes, the one that's 2 p.m. today, is moved. Can anyone verify that? I think Lanto told me that. Someone in his chat said that. I don't know if it's true, but let's see. Let me pull it up. I think someone said it. FOMC minutes. Let's see here. It's Bugs Bunny. Automated message early in this week said FOMC minutes we're going to move to next week. But since the real FOMC is 29th, it looks like they're going to remove the minutes release from the calendar. Is that? I'm confused. I don't know. Someone need to verify for me if I should watch out for 2 p.m. or not. It's on for 2 p.m. still. Okay. The 4-hour flip. That's good. Look at that deep candle drive there. We just took that liquidity and just straight flip back up. I like that's a pretty bullish move there. I think we just range bound. So like if I'm thinking like daily range right now, we'll just probably hover back in the range, maybe in the 400, 300, and then this would be non-farm payroll, post non-farm payroll, and then hopefully we either get a pump up and then straight down for non-farm payroll, take out this low. This is the low at the end is my target, whether it's going to be manipulation up and down or just straight down, and then we can try to come back up if we want. This is the idea though. So grindy today. Yeah, it's no retrace to enter long. You just gotta enter. I feel like if you were enter off inversion or something like that after a flip, there's no unicorn you can or breaker you can really take off of because there's minimal retrace. The only thing you can do is like a version closure entry or retrace, which is working out. Honestly, the 5-minute just telling me like we probably can draw all the way back up to London high, which is that 440 area, high of day essentially. Do you make your premium Discord premium? Yeah, I think we're gonna do that probably next week. I got a little bit off because of all the transition from the holidays. But yeah, at least the YouTube be free. We're hanging around for PM. Discord be more by AM really. Be good. Just came straight back up. If you look for my indicators, just go in the general chat and my Discord is all pinned there. What do you guys think right now? Let's take the poll. You guys are saying mostly bullish right now, 37%. That's a pretty high percentage right now. I do like that. I definitely want an entry model from it. If we could. Still early in the PM session. 5-minute bearish breaker short. I don't like the time of the day. Is it 5-minute bearish breaker short? Are you talking about this displacement candle here? I mean, I can see that being a breaker. It's just a very large one, which I don't think will be utilized that well. Same thing like yesterday, though, right? We just grind up. We'll probably break this, and then it'll just keep on going until we flip. So if you're like looking for this to take out this trend line liquidity here, you really wait for a confirmation, which is like we start respecting the bullish PD raise again before actually taking the longs. Just once it flips, just really flips. This is a very good 15-minute closure here. If we can get a closure, here's the thing. If we can closure above this 15-minute as well, any retrace back to this previous 15-minute bearish PD ray would be a bullish inversion. And I'll look for longs inside of this for higher prices. It's kind of like something I like to go for. We're basically back at that 10 a.m. open, right? 10 a.m. open here. We came back down, came back up, and then really all the way to the distribution target here. And we're coming back to the open, so we do have upside. Pretty good upside. I didn't take any trades for AM. I looked at it, and I don't think price action was something I wanted to look for. So I opted out for it. I also was waiting for Apex to restore all the counts and not touch anything. There's an upside push there. Very seek and strike price tag. That's exactly the game plan right now. But Very simple retrace for higher still. I still think this plays out until I see otherwise. Wait for this 15-minute close at 130. We'll likely get a closure above if it's still bullish, and then we'll create a 15-minute gap, which is a BPR. Any retrace inside that 15-minute gap, inside the BPR, would be a very bullish pre-trade, which I'll be looking to play off of. I have been trading for 3 years and blew all my accounts yesterday. Any tips for starting over? Which firm did you blow up on? Because it will depend, right? Let me look at the firm options again. I always recommend instant funding because it's, as long as you utilize it right, you just go straight back to funding, and you can go back on your feet and just build it consistently. So the only two instant funding firm there is Tradeify and TickTickTrader. I would probably go for these two if I were to lose my funded. And after that, my fund futures is great. Apex, I would only do Apex if there's a sale. Top Step is also good too. I think Apex and Take Profit Trader is probably the last two I would do because this trailing drawdown, you want to focus on that when you have everything else prepared already. All right, that's a good closure. So we'll be looking for a draw up here. I would ideally want this to not draw up here yet, just close, and then we'll look for longs. Pretty good move so far. Is that midnight open? Yeah, this is also a nice draw here. Wait, no way. Take Profit Trader got rid of the trailing drawdown funded. I would not believe that until I see it. Can anyone vouch for that statement? Because I feel like that's the one thing holding me back from also Take Profit Trader to work on aggressively, because like why is it end of day on evals but for funded it's trailing drawdown? That don't make no sense. Keep it the same. Wouldn't you want to simulate the same environment? What helped me was stop loan count is setting a daily loss limit within trade of 8. Honestly, I wouldn't rely on solely a daily loss limit, because typically it depends what do you set it at. If you set it like, like if you have like, let's say 3K balance, 4K balance, you set it like 500 or 1,000, that'd be fine. But like if you try to set it at the regular daily loss limit, which is something crazy, it'll be like, what do you call it? The daily loss limit of the other accounts are like 3K on Top Step. You're basically banking on it failing to stop you out. Someone says not true. I wouldn't imagine that it can be true. It's just because it wouldn't make sense. Their model is to thrive on that type of style. Okay, closure in 1 minute. We'll create this 15-minute gap. I'm just gonna show this only in the 1 minute here. Basically a 15-minute BPR essentially, right here. If we react off this, come retrace back down, and get back in this. This is my draw here. It's pretty easy. Looking for a move below. We're back in the 15-minute version. We can also recover off here. I'm just hunting longs from here. Inside this area. For long buys to be basically invalidated is price moving under 300 under this BPR. I'm short the hourly rejection block. Yeah, okay. So I mean, I don't dislike that at all. It's actually pretty good because I still want the retrace back down. Ideally, if you want this healthy run, we already been moving up consistently. Just a simple retrace now to a higher time frame PD array or intraday time frame PD array to really sling us back to this 420 and eventually try and take the Linden highs 450s. That'd be very ideal. So I'm not opposed to shorts right now either for a scalp and then look for longs down here. Chad, what do you guys think? It's always much easier to play with price action that's very clear. I don't know. I'm not sure if this is very clear yet. But yeah, I think short all the way down to this BPR if we can get it. Ideally, I want this BPR to get ran or retrace and hold. It doesn't have to though because this is a 15-minute inversion. So any tap inside of here is still fair game for a move higher. Basically, want something like this if we could do this. Oh, I kind of did this bad. There we go. And then try to come back up. I like this. It's still respecting bullish PD arrays. It'll be a scalp, counter trade scalp short, and then look for longs in the better structure. We didn't even want to fill this 1 minute. Oh no, I think we did actually. Did we drive back in? Slightly, very slightly. Okay, more time. Let it consolidate more. Once we get a nice inverse, which this could be the inverse actually too. Yeah, I actually like shorts off this inversion now. It'll be a very tight counter trend here. We try to come back up. Yeah, so for my apex, I'm just doing 2 minis right now. 2 minis, and if traditionally like a 10-point stop, that's like $400 loss. That's my sizing right now and my risk parameters, which I don't mind, because my peak target price would be at least 500 or like 12 points up to 20 points. Yeah, like I said, it's high time frame is bearish. Intraday, I would say, is bullish though. It's kind of weird when you mix up like a lot of time frame like this. This is what I meant. Like, high time frame is bearish. Intraday is bullish still. So we're countering on the market structure. Market structure for me is the intraday bias, which is a 15 the hourly. That's what I meant. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's short, it'll be more of a counter trend short. Longs down here to take the target to draw back up. This looks very messy right now. What is this? I'm just gonna delete some of this. So I want to just reject off this inversion, and then I'll flip longs down here. This idea right now. I'm gonna try it here at 372. Let's see how that goes. If we get a closure above 382, that's like 10 points. Give it a shot. 372 here. It's a counter trend, so I'm keeping it very tight. And I might even cut sooner. I have one contract on Apex. Counter trend for me also is very smaller sizing, and I'll do my full sizing down here. So something like this right now is what I'm going for. If we get closure above, I don't want to see a closure above here. Yeah, I'm gonna probably get stopped out here. One contract, I'll just re-enter if it does validate still. Ah, it's counter trend too. Stupid. Still like longs down here. I think we'll still play out long bias, and then I don't want to see the close above. I think that's my upper limit if we do fail this trade. If we get closure above here. There we go, looking good here. Basically put this above here. I want to see this flip back up. That's how I'm going to try to play the 15-minute right now. It's moving really fast for some reason. What the heck? It's back at entry again. If it doesn't close under this inversion next candle, I'm just going to kill the trade wherever it is. I don't want to dance around. I'll just re-enter. Oh, what the heck happened? There we go. Yeah, I might just kill the trade next. Whichever it hits first. Just one contract right now. Yeah. 20 seconds. I might gonna just get killed out there. About like 9-point stop right now. Yeah, I got stopped out there. Try to come back down. I mean, I'm trying to protect myself. I'll look for re-entry if it validates again. If not, we're just gonna look for longs for this buy side. I tried. The main objective of that I always like to do is a counter trend, and if this plays out, we flip longs down here, which would be like 30-point move. Flip longs down here to take out this buy side. That'd been a very paid out setup. Usually it'd be like a loop around. One contract there, so we'll just look for another trade now. Keep the stop very tight for PM. So what it did instead is basically go back to near the open price, New York Open. This is a 15-minute inversion already. And we just retrace back inside. We're trying to go take out this draw right away. In 5 minutes, we'll also create another 15-minute gap. And we do close above again. Got close. I'm just delete this. Just playing indecisive here. Need to be careful and wait for confirmation sign. Still drawing lower. Still this orange box here. Mm-mm. 5 minute doesn't really show much. We're just consolidating, pushing higher. Really banking on the 15 hourly. This is a bearish hourly for bad gap still. Which I could be looking for shorts inside this. Above 370 at the bare minimum. They probably just tagged my stop out there. See if we can get a re-entry. If this low doesn't get taken and we get a closure under this candle, we'll try it again. Same area. Same area. Come back up here. I like 374. 73. Because the objective is still down here, so I'm willing to try another short here. And the target on this is 334. It's a 40 point move down. It's a little risky though. You short, I long, we both stopped out. that's how the market's taking out both sides. So if you shorted like we did earlier, you got stopped out here, and then if you long somewhere, you got stopped out on this move down because this is still a big move. So I'm letting this play out. It's like a 30-second breaker right now. And if we can get a strong displacement through this low, which is New York Open, we can play this out really hard. There we go, looking pretty good here. Second attempt looking pretty good. I don't want to take a quick TP though. I want to see this displace and impulse through it. Same stop right now, just about 10 points. Around 374, 375. And target is 335 can. It's very ambitious. We have equal low, so at the bare minimum, I still want to see this displaced lower here. This is what I have set up right now. About 10 point stop, 337 TP, one contract piece is counter trend still. I'll do 2 minis on all my counts on the long attempt though. You see this displace here. Closure above 378. I'll probably kill the trade early unless it takes it out my stop. That'll be a second attempt. This gave like almost 20 points. I'm just trying to play for the full target if I can, which 337. A little bit annoying. How's the trend bullish? Let me let me go through that again. I'm looking at 3 time frames basically. I'm basically taking entries off the 1, 15, 4 hour. The intraday is on the 15-minute chart is bullish only because we displaced through the 15-minute fair value gap. Two basically bearish fair value gaps. This closure here makes it violate this bearish PD array and respect the bullish one. So that's why it's counter trend to be short right now. But it's ambitious though because I have longs ideas down there. Came back into basically entry again. I need to see this displays. We have equal lows down here. That gives me more hope of letting this play out all the way down. You do not. Is someone saying you do not buy here, you sell here? I like the idea of selling here, but when it goes back down to like low 300s, that's where I'm gonna try to pick up longs again. But yeah, we are looking at different type of time frame. So some people were like very bullish here, some people are very bearish here. I'm trying to stay nimble because I know it's seeking short price action. I'm trying to basically sell at premium, long at discount, play my buys correctly. No, but no, you guys, I'm definitely appreciative for any comments of trading ideas. Never, unless some people are trolling, anyone who makes share their trading ideas is positive feedback. We have some trolls often though. They're like, "Why are you shorting here? This is obviously premium or obviously a long. I told you to long." They'll say something like that and be like, "It'll be so hindsight because they said that after we get stopped out or something." But looking for this impulse through 357s and see if we can take a moonshot all the way to 337. I'll probably put trailing stops as if we can displace and close through this. Oh, we're almost so close to 2 p.m. 13 minutes. We should have. Oh, there we go. Gonna trail my stop here. If we go back up to 357s, oh, there we go. Took me out. 20 points. 20 points there. I hate when it does that so much. Entry was 375, stop was 10 points, right? It should be the other way around. Where the heck did I... Yeah, this one. This is the idea here. 375, 10 points. And it's going to hit the TP just because I wanted to trail my stop at this low. I don't want to see it come back up. It came back up. This is the idea, though. We want to get 36 points. And then let's just move on to the long bias now. 15-minute chart here. We're looking for long as this BPR. If we can get a drive down to this BPR and get a 1-minute confirmation, I'm long this, putting my stop where the 1 minute invalidates, trying to see if we can come back up to this 420 target. That'll be the main draw of the whole session. But yeah, let's see if we can take this out and then we'll review that trade. Still, that's about like 400 points or 400 bucks. 20 points, 1 mini, pretty easy. 30-second break here. This is a second attempt, by the way. First attempt we failed, minus 10 points. Second attempt, it should be 25 points. It should end with 35 points if this gets taken out, but I secured it for 20 points. Is like I said, I put my chart to 356, 357, something like that. I need to look at back. When we're down here at 340s, but these candles are pretty quick for PM. I have to admit, this is a 30-second chart too, so let's see it slam down to 337 and then eventually retrace in this 15-minute BPR. How many people took that short or are still in that short? If you're still in, say you're still in the short. If you took it, press 1. Let's see the consensus. Hopefully, if you follow the same plan, you took both trades. Your first one, you can get stopped out with me. Second one, you're making money. And now that's the idea. You take 2 trades, 1 win, 1 loss. You should be net positive. Why? Because we have higher risk reward. Never lower. And sometimes you set break even stop or trail your stop. Like I feel like it's a coin flip. 50% of the time it leaves my breaking stop or my trail stop, my green stop, and it'll just hit my target. The other 50% it just hits that green stop. In this case, it did hit that green stop just right before it just brushed the target. 1 loss, 1 win, baby. That's how we like it. That's how we like it. Can't hate it. And there it is. Target hit. If you're still in, that's target hit. The main internal target. Ideally, you want to hold for this 15-minute drive though. Still, the second setup is in play now. We want to look for longs in this 15-minute BPR. We can't catch a falling knife though. We have to see a 1-minute structure flip. Because look at this is always my guidance here. We're bearish on high time frame. We're bullish on the intraday. And then like the low time frame, we're kind of flipping. Right now it's bearish. So it won't make sense to short here for me until we can flip the 15-minute. Can't hold when you trade with trailing drawdown. That's also why I did green stops on it. If it was top step, I don't know if I put green stop on it. I might hold through it. But you know what would be very bad? You take a short here. You basically go up 20 points and it comes back up to your break-even stop. That would be very negative. You probably break the 30% rule if you size more than 1 contract on any account, basically, unless you're like doing bigger accounts. We're in the 15-minute BPR now. This is where I'll start looking to TP out if you're still holding shorts. Any runners, you can try to see how far you can get, but this is pretty a bullish high intraday PD right here. It's a BPR, which is one of the most powerful PD rays, and is a bullish one. So staying on edge here. Let me look at chat. I haven't been looking at chat while being locked in. We have news at 2. Yeah, this is what we have. Steal in. Nice guys. 1-1. Lots of 1. Lots of people took that trade. That's a deep drive in. But I'm a scalper though, guys. So you see this trade here. If I took a full TP, 35 points here. This is already 50 points. I would probably not hold through all this just because I'm trading funded. So if I was trading live account, I'll hold through it. And I'll go for like a 100-point target. But I'm a scalper. So I'm risking 10 points on PM session, right? We took that loss all together here, re-entered, and we're able to make 2 times that, if not more, depending on if you put green stop or break even or whichever. So this is not a long yet. We're in the long bias territory at the speedy rate, but we need to see confirmation. That's the thing. So if you try this long blindly here, you might get hurt. Especially when it's seeking a shoy. Seeking a shoy just like range bound. Once it just on the left side, it just goes up, and then once it flips, it goes down. Until you see a flip here, don't try to long blindly. Do not long. I like longs here. I just need to see some action. But I'm right with you. Don't long this until we see something. It's good to see everyone like cooperating and sharing their ideas. That's always the best route to trading. Brandon saying long 280s. Let Brandon long, I guess. I mean, after such a strong displacement, you can maybe expect like a reaction off of it, but definitely don't expect this to be a bottom. We're back in this 15-minute inversion here. We're filling up a lot of gaps here too. See, I trailed my stop after this displacement. In hindsight, if I trailed it after this displacement, we would have just captured this point and keep on going. It's always the hindsight thing, though. Never bad to protect yourself. Look at that. So, one of the beauty thing about this now, if we can get a close under all of these bullish pre-rays at the 2 p.m. close, which is going to close out the 15-minute candle, this intraday will flip bearish on the 1 minute alignment here. And that gives me the opportunity to really play out triple time frame alignment bearish. You trade post FMC. Honestly, for me, I don't really let news stop me from trading. The only thing I'll do is be more cautious before news. After news, I'm ready for it. That's just how I trade. So like we have non-farm payroll coming up Friday. I'll let the news play out, and then there's always some reaction to play, whether it's for day lows or day highs, or whether it's just injecting volatility to accelerate my my targets. There's a lot of things you can play from there. What's that orange PD ray? It just says right here, it's BPR on the 15-minute. But yeah, time frame alignment, guys. I'll probably make a video on this specifically if you want to learn more about it. Not now though. I really trying to scale up. It's trying to probably be somewhere in end of January when I start making educational content again. Right now we're locking in. We're locking in trading. We're trying to build a funding, getting payouts again. We do have a introduction to ICT video about like how I use ICT coming up. It's gonna be like a long video. It's probably like 30-40 minutes. Which would basically go over a lot of the basics, and then advanced theories are gonna come after. I don't like making educational content when it's like rushed though. When I do make videos for educational purposes, I try to spend a lot of time on it, and like that's like all the materials, all the editing. I try to make it like, because the thing is, people would watch education content, but I wouldn't watch a content that is not well done. So let's say, for instance, the trade copper video, right? It's a full comprehensive guide on how to set up a trade copper video, setting up the Ninja Trader, using Rep Console, setting up, buying it, and linking it together, and how to use it on TradingView. All that done in like 8 minutes. And you see other guides, they're like 20-30 minutes going over one topic. That's just way too much talking. I'm trying to make it as concise as possible. It's something I would like to utilize for myself, and that's what I preach to others too. So. Your trade copy video changed my life. Let's go. Brandon was the one who said long 280. It went 282. Look at that. I don't know where you got the long 280 from, because from my eyes, like, we did fill this 15-minute gap. I would love to see like a flip first before longing, but he had that level somewhere. He banged it out. We're green on all accounts right now. Holy crap. I haven't looked at my P&L in a while, especially when I live stream. I just really focus on the trade itself. And so I kind of put my dashboard away. I can see it off of like Ninja Trade like this when I'm like showing like how much money I'm up. But I don't look at the dashboard. We're up like $500 almost on all my accounts. $280 has been a level all day. Someone said 280 is a previous day low. Look at that. Good work. Okay, 2 p.m. is gonna happen. I'm gonna be hands off until probably 5-10 minutes after. We'll look probably for one more trade if it gives itself. If not, we'll just sit out. This is interesting though. Look at this. This has not flipped the 15-minute yet. If for this 15-minute time frame to be flipped, we would need a closure under 305. We haven't done that yet. So that's why now like time frame alignment is going to be a little bit iffy. We're going to be bearish on high time frame. We're going to be bullish on low time frame. Bullish on intraday too. 2 p.m. here. Is this where FOMC minutes supposed to come in? Yeah, someone said once again that FOMC minutes was canceled due to the holidays. I got told that too, but like no one in the chat could verify or vouch for it, so I wasn't sure. But like traditionally, FOMC minutes should see some reaction. Maybe we'll see a little bit later. It's just minutes to FOMC. Yeah, minutes is still there. We'll see like the news statement with it, but a few people in my Discord, Atlanta Discord, said due to the holiday tomorrow, the Jimmy Carter holiday, FOMC minutes is moved to next week. I just can't find any details by anyone else saying it's true or not. Do we see the statement though? Maybe if we can hear the minute statement. Let's see. What news channel would even show it? But so far we didn't see any reaction. Oh, they're out? Okay. Then whoever's telling me that the minutes are moved, I don't know then. I'm getting confused. I'll give it 5 minutes after the news and then we'll start playing. I'm looking at Lanto's chat right now. I think he took longs. Wow, he took longs. He took longs basically at 340s and we moved up, and then I took short twice here. We're playing both sides. It's a round trip here. RS said I'm actually might like PM session better now. Dude, PM session, people discredit PM session because it's so slow because they're used to very volatile AM price action. But if you just don't even trade AM, like let's say you trade like 80% PM, 20% AM, I think that's what I do more right now. You'll see like PM is much more consistent. And you cannot if you're trying to do consistent base hits, I think that's where PM price action is where it's at, because we can risk 10 points in PM. Can you risk the same thing on AM? No, you have to do 20-point minimum. That's the thing. And you know, PM's like, it's very hard to find the setup that you like, but when you do find it, you risk very tight and then you just let it play out. Nothing's better than that. Less volatility does help people too, especially new people. They don't need to trade crazy price action where it's not like optimal. And it gives you more time to like analyze, breathe, see what setup you want, how to manage your trade. Because like during the whole session, like we had 2 trades. Like if we get a closure over here, I will just kill that trade. I said it multiple times, like how I'll do it. It definitely gives me time. If I'm converting people to PM session and it's a positive change for them, that's a win for me. Most of Twitter, or just like the trading community, let's say on Twitter, I see most specifically, they don't like PM session. I think even YouTube streamers, like, does anyone or any streamers at all Do you know anyone who trades PM session 2? I feel like I'm the one of the only ones who trades PM consistently. I can tell. I remember Cami Capital used to trade PM daily streaming. Danny trades. Dude, Danny trades is just funny. So, yeah, this BPR is still holding. The thing about a BPR and a fair value gap on the 15-minute time frame, we would either watch for a closure below the consequent encroachment, especially with bullish here. If it gets under the consequent encroachment, like that does hurt the setup. It can wick all at once. We also eye and very keen on if there's a closure. So a closure under 305 or under the whole fair value itself, that signals very, very bearish, and then we'll flip this time frame completely, and there'll be triple time frame alignment for bears, and they'll play probably for this low. We didn't get that, so we're kind of in limbo mode right now. We're bullish on low time frame, bearish on the high time frame. Intraday is just bouncing back and forth because once again, I'm using the 15-minute because I traded on the 1 minute, but also the hourly still there. The hourly bearish fair value got respected like 5 times, so it makes it very difficult here. Let's just rely on what we can see here. 2 p.m. open here. This is what a stat map shows. We did already come back to this low. I still like higher prices, honestly, just because overall the price on the 5-minute chart, let's say, we have Asia consolidating, London taking the high, slamming down lows, taking previous day lows at like 279s, and then, you know, New York AIM just seek destroy until we take out this low, flip, and ideally, this high is fair game right now. If we want to just keep on seek destroy here. So that's why I was relying on the 15-minute for longs. Now we're getting some confirmation off of it. I like this now. We didn't get SMT here. We didn't get a breaker. I'm just gonna see if there's a long entry model with an immediate draw and a tight stop. Those are like my criteria right now, because we're in a high time frame or intraday time frame bias right now, which supports that long setup. And if there's no long entry models, we'll just be right with the bias, but no entries, no entries, no retrace, no entries. That means no money made, but no money lost as well. Look at that. That's the mentality to think about it. If you're thinking about like, oh, I want longs here, but I need to see this, and it doesn't happen, don't think about you just lost money, because like you should have made money there, but you didn't. So you should view it like, okay, we didn't lose any money, we didn't make any money. Next trade, if it does happen, hit our entry with our setup, we'll make some money. Pretty bullish here, yeah. Look at that. 15-minute BPR is holding. Lots of people are just asking the same questions, like why you bearish, why you bullish. I feel like I elaborate both reasons and how I could maneuver through this. Ideally though, guys, ideal situation, you short this, you go all the way to discount to a 15-minute BPR here, which is a very powerful bullish PD raise, and you look for a 1-minute flip long all the way back up to this buy side. If I did that, we'll be up like probably $1,000 on all my accounts. Apex tops up. Other accounts too will be up like 30,000 today. So far, we're up like 12. Hey, this 15-minute plays out so well. That's why I think the 15-minute is probably the best time frame you can use. Look at this, right? Once we had like looking at this candle here, 11:30. This is 11:45. We got a bearish candle, big displacement, no retrace at all, and then we finally get a retrace. This next candle we displaced through it. We're looking at bullish now because we flipped this, and we flipped this as well. We're looking at any retrace to be bullish, and that's what we're getting. And as long as this flip is bullish, we expect this to hold here. We look for a 1-minute confirmation. I think the only 1-minute confirmation, honestly, is this fair value gap that got inverse here. So you could take an entry off here, stop at the bottom, or look for a should be inversion. Look for this to retrace back inside, entry, stop at the bottom again, very tight stop, and then play upside. A 15-minute removes the blur or something like that. That sounds like an ICT quote. I feel like I heard that from somewhere. Yeah. But like, here's the thing though. Don't take it from someone else's words. You have to really experience for yourself. I'm trying to demonstrate that too. Like, I could say like, oh, the 1 minute is the best time to execute, but like, you could probably try to run with the idea. But if you don't experience it, you're not gonna understand why that statement was said. So lots of things that like ICT also says in the past, I don't really listen to. I would find that, go to that statement or whatever conclusion on my own from experience. So when he's like, oh, BPR is a very powerful PD ray, I find that the breaker is the best. Like, I don't know what he says. Something about breaker is like very positive, like the most simplest model or something like that. I learned that. I learned that through experience, through backtesting, forward testing. And that's why most of my trades are revolving around breakers. So, still seeking short right now. Did you get in long? I didn't get longs. We were just going over what kind of entry it will be. It could be off this inversion retrace. If this low was taken here, or we SMT'd, I think I would be more ambitious long. But there was no clean retrace, to be honest here. Maybe the 5? Was there anything on the 5? No. Look at that. Let's say this is like a nice 5-minute fair value gap, which inverse. Look how far it inverse though. We would not get that entry in time. Immediate rebalance is one of the strongest. I've been playing shorts from the 4-hour. Immediate rebalance all day. Let me see. By immediate rebalance, are you what do you mean by that specifically? Is it like how there's a large gap here, you see it fill and you want to see it rebalance like lower? Or I'm not sure what your perspective on this is. Look at the prior 4-hour candle. Oh, wait, okay. You're talking about the wicks then, like where, let's say we wick down, and then there's barely wick up and she comes back up to open price. Something like that? I'm just trying to see what specifically you mean by the rebalance. We probably have different meanings. I typically like to see it rebalance, and then if we have anything like unmitigated on the downside and we start like already turning, that's like my immediate draw. And I could see that kind of being like the term immediate rebalance. Stopped out break even. Man, all I know, price action today is like they're just seeking shorts. So like if you long somewhere and try to take it this high out, they're gonna tease you. They're gonna tease you until the last minute before taking it out. Let me see. When the prior 4 hours started, it would be a fair value gap, but it didn't because it touched the candle 1 of the 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's still kind of hard to utilize. You probably have more experience on that. I would still look at the gaps and the closure. But even the previous candle here for both NQES, very strong wicks. This is something I liked for a bullish signature. You see these equal lows down here? This is my main target, right? It wicked it, and it just basically climbed all the way back up. That's so bullish. And I want to see this continue. So this could be a breaker, but we didn't take the low out. That could be an entry itself there, because we're still in that 15-minute BPR. It's just hard. It's just hard for this area to take entries when they're not giving us the clean entry models. We basically came back to the 15-minute BPR and we're trying to climb higher from it, which I don't know if I like to buy long or long blindly like that in this price action. It just depends. Some price action is fine with that. But this one, for all I know, this just comes all the way back down. Yeah, Simon, if you break any rules on Apex, you'll request as soon as possible. You'll expect a deny. Don't complain about it. Just take it in a chin and be like, oh yeah, I broke the rules, I got denied. Next 8 days, trade with a mentality of one, following the rules. The other two is don't give them a reason to deny. You follow the rules so cleanly like that they cannot give you any reason to deny. That means same P&L per day on average, same sizing per day on average. Don't even get close to 30% unrealized trailing. Don't try to tilt or anything. Don't go for big days. Just go for consistent days. And like when they review your next 8 trading days, they'll be like, oh, look at that. He did. We don't have any reason to deny him. Let's pay him out. That's what I tell my community, and I swear every time they give them no reason to deny it, they pay out. Would you count 213 as a breaker? 213. Oh, this candle. If I'm like the 1 minute, this is not a breaker, because I would kind of consider this move as a downside move like this. So we have a high, and then we have a low. That's it. But if you try to run on a 15-second chart, maybe you see something. This is still not like. Can you see something like this on a 15-second chart or a 30-second chart? You really can't see anything here. You need to see a proper swing high. So a swing high would be basically like a candle here, a bullish candle, followed by 2 bearish candles. That's like a proper swing high. We don't even have that here. We're followed by 2 higher candles, which is basically a consolidation candle. So I would never utilize this as a proper breaker or a swing high for a breaker. Trade by Slade said, I broke some Apex rules, still got approved my payout. What rule did you break, by the way? And I would also say, like, if you break rules after getting paid multiple times already, I feel like it'd be speculation once again, but they probably clear you already. You got paid, like, let's say 1, 2, 3 times already. You break a small rule, they might overlook it. They'd be like, oh, he followed the rules to the T last few requests. This little rule break on 1 day is not going to affect anything. Do you make sure to line your breakers with a fair value gap, or does it matter? I tend to like a unicorn entry inside a breaker and also inside a fair value gap. Oftentimes though, like half the time I'll say, if you have a breaker, let's say we'll call this a breaker here, and then you have a fair value gap down here, or like let's say in the middle. Some people would enter at the top of the breaker, other people would enter at the when it aligns itself, basically overlaps. I like overlapping more because I can reduce risk, but sometimes price will just come down like right here, brush the fair value gap and come back up, and you miss the entry. It just depends. I think all that matters is if you take an entry here, do you think the stop Is this should be moved here? Yeah. Do you think this stop will protect yourself from a stop out trade? Because I've seen people like try to take breakers like this, put their entry at the very top of the breaker, and it'd be like a 30-point stop. That's a huge stop. I would not take that. Make it make sense. You just have what's also important about entries, your stop is going to dictate your entries. They restored some of my accounts back on Apex. Thank God, man. Nice. If we don't take any trades today, this is gonna be my balance for the day. We're doing fine right now. This is basically what it looks like right now. They basically recovered my 150Ks, and then the other 50Ks, they also fixed, but they're not the wrong balance because I kept on trading them, and I'm not gonna stop. This is like basically day 4 right now, something like that, on some of these accounts. I'm just activating them one at a time or groups at a time. I have 15 funded, so I'll probably activate another 5 next week. But yeah, starting January, we're trying to run up these Apex. We're doing base hits. This was still a base hit, even though I did one contract, hit 20 points, $400, boom. Any giveaways today? Giveaways will be at the end of the stream. Matter of fact, I feel like someone won the giveaway yesterday, and I don't know if they DM'd me. Someone won yesterday for sure. I'm also waiting for my Tick Trader live and my Tradify live. I hate how they're making me wait like basically a month now, and I can't trade my sim fundeds. If I were to able to trade them, I would make more payouts with them. But they basically, since like for Tradify, I'll be the first live trader. For Tick Trader, I'll be the first live trader for that platform with the new instant funding model. So it takes them a little bit more time. That's the downside of having it like a new firm, I guess, new style. But at least if you guys get transition live, you probably won't have the long wait time like me. I'm suffering by that. A little SMT here. I don't think this SMT means much here. I just mark it anyways. Does Tradify have no live traders right now, really? I'm the first batch of them. Once they give me the account and they have it ready, they're waiting the broker end to have it set up. So yes, they don't have any live traders right now. And then yes, I will be the first one out of like the batch. If there's like, let's say 10 people in that batch, I'll be one of them. Can you talk about how you manage stop base hits? Makes me overtrade, cashing the moves in session. I can walk away from that. Yeah, so when you're looking for base hits, you're only looking for quality over quantity of a trade. So when the trade is actually something that aligns with your bias, aligns with your setup, you're doing like a 10-point stop, like let's say for this trade here. I was pretty convicted that we come back down to this 15-minute BPR and then come back up after. That's a big move. I need to have a entry or this 10-point stop allows me that. And I'm not looking just to keep on just entering and then getting stopped, entering, then getting stopped. I'm looking for like actual confirmation and validation for that setup. So that's why I always say, like, if you're trading 2 hours, like we're doing the stream right now, just look for one main trade, if not 2, if you can, if it's there. But don't look for like 3, 4 trades, 5 trades in one session. Then you just kind of ruin your quality. So you sit on the hands for like 90% of the time, and then that 10%, you'll anticipate it, you'll look to execute, and boom. Quality over quantity is the main goal. still looking for this high. Damn, I wish we had longs here, man. Once again, if this is a mitigation block here, which I don't really utilize. It'll be this candle here. This would be a mitigation block. If we made a low here, right, or SMT'd, either one, I would probably play this long here. Put my stop under, and then we'll play for the high move. That's just unfortunate that we didn't get that. Why is it a mitigation block? Is because we have a low, we have a high, we have a lower high, and then we have a displacement. Any retrace back to it is a mitigation. If it was a low, high, lower low, displaced higher, any retrace would be a breaker block. I don't really use mitigation like that. Is smart prop firm still a $50 minimum? I made a $39 withdrawal today. I think we're gonna revert back to $50 minimum at the end of the week. We said like the first 10 days. I think we're gonna just let it any withdrawals, but we'll revert it back to the $50 minimum because every withdrawal we do that because there's a fee. So let's say let's say you have $300 on your balance. If you just make $50 withdrawals or like $30 withdrawal 10 times, we have to pay that fee like multiple times. Rather, we consolidate it and just do one withdrawals. It's much easier and you don't get any fees. What's a live count? Basically, you go from a sim account, let's say with Top Step or Apex sim account, you pass it, you go to sim funded. Sim funded is real, but it's still a sim environment. You get paid from them if you make payouts. And then at one point, the firm is going to be like, okay, we're going to transition to live count. Live count, there's really no benefits at the moment. That's like the hole in the prop industry right now. There's no good live benefits where like it would not, where you would not be discouraged to just withdraw the money and just put in a cash count. We don't have that yet. So the only benefit they can do is daily withdrawals, but like, can you not do that on a personal cash account if you take the money from sim funded? You still have to do the split also. So the live funded is basically live market, so you have to pay for professional data fees as well. Sim eval, sim funded, those are sim environment paper account basically. Did you see the take profit trader live count is fake? I never seen that, man. I thought every firm would be live, but I did see something. Someone shared me that tweet, I think, saying like those live counts are actually sim. That's weird because I'm transitioned to 4 live counts right now. It takes up with a Top Step Trader, ETF, Tic Trader, TradeFi. Every firm I've seen, it shows live on the TradeVate, so there's no way that faked that. But take profit trader, I guess they're doing something sketchy. Let's check the high there. We'll see if we want to take London high as well. That's next target. What a good long though. If you watch the stream from the start though, what we talked about is looking for longs back up, and then once we flipped here, we look for shorts to long at discount, and then discount was somewhere in this 15-minute BPR, and this would be the target. This is basically exactly what happened here. And I think that's why we drew here. We just get a move up back up, retrace back to 15-minute, and then displace higher. We just weren't able to get that long entry. Something I always say though, if you don't get the entry, it's still very good for you to tape read this and anticipate, because we were able to anticipate this whole price run from that drop to the move back up way before anything happened. And if you anticipate it and it does play out, it's just much easier for you to take the trade rather than just think within a minute. And then Brandon here with a long at 280. Look at that. We're doing well. I'm doing well. You guys are doing well. Everyone's learning. Good day. Very good day. I don't know how AM is though. I think people did not like AM price action though. I didn't trade AM. I'm glad I didn't wake up to trade AM either. I could have probably made money, but it's probably better just to let it play out, and then we'll just figure out a better trade somewhere. We took the buy side. We're about to flip right here. Wow. Look at that. Look at that drop. Slam that down. Kenneth Opager, the winner from yesterday. I know him. He's just right next to you. I didn't get a message from him. He should have DM'd me yesterday, so we might have to pass on him and just give it to the next person. It sounds ruthless, but like that's what we did every like past 200 giveaways. If they don't claim it within 5 minutes of being announced and then DM me within that day, I pass to the next person. Interesting here. Strong displacement. I wouldn't try to catch this knife right now. This looks like it's gonna plummet here. We just took that internal high here, and we can really displace down now. Look at that dump. Golly. Probably another stream if we can do the same thing, short, stay nimble, basically short, long, play both sides, and it actually plays on both sides. That would be the day where you just make your whole month in one trading day just because you played out so well. I thought we'll at least take London highs. Yeah, but we took New York AM high basically. Ideally, London high will be the next target, but it doesn't have to do that. Once again, it's seek and destroy, right? So look at this. It just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So like we could just come back down for lows and come back up. Just keep on playing this out. And that's the beauty of price action. We have 30 minutes left for the session. Don't really see any trades yet. We already got a winner, but I'm still hunting to see if there's any more trades. Does anyone know if Apex is a trading day tomorrow? Yeah, can I log a trading day like tonight during the what do you call it? During the overnight session and it'll count as a trading day? What do you mean unicorn short? This would be a qualified breaker here, just because this is like a high, or there's a high here, there's a low here, big high, strong displacement down, very clear. I'll use that open all the way to the low, to the wick down. Brandon says not. Damn, bro. I feel like every firm someone told me said it's a trading day. I think Topstep said it's trading day. Tradeify, I believe, said it's trading day. Why not Apex? How do you filter market conditions? That's something me and Lance will talk about. I think last stream. We can probably go over in the video too. That's a maybe I should break down these things. Okay, I'll add them every time. How to identify market conditions. I'll briefly answer it, but I'll probably go in depth in a video. Most of the time, it'll be how price is delivering from with PD rates, bullish and bearish, right? Another part is looking at overnight session, which is Asia, London deliveries, and you can utilize that for New York anticipation. Those are the main two, really. You probably look at other things too, but these are the main two. First, you look at how it's delivering with the PD raise. Is it respecting or is it buying both sides? This is seeking short clearly. I'll also write out examples of them. We have like range bound, force, seek and destroy. We have high resistance. We have very like choppy and consolidating. And then we have trend base. There's probably some that I missed that we can identify, but those are the top of my head right now. Look at that. Retrace back inside the very bottom of the breaker, just slam down. Just gotta keep on selling off. Anyone take the short here? Even though we didn't get taught the breaker. Those are always like odd moves for me because like the short is not that bad. I would expect it just to drive in a little bit more. And we have a fair value gap here. It's like a unicorn trade. I'm just surprised they didn't really want to just get like a few points in. It would have been pretty good. But Friday's gonna be a good day. I got a feeling you get to trade evaluations on it. Ooh, hiccups. Like Apex evals, whatever you want with it, and then post price action. Those are gonna be good too. And I already have good targets. We're setting up such a good target for the downside move right now. I feel like so. I'm hyped. I'm hyped for non-farm payroll. Jimmy Carter holiday is that every year now? Or is it just this year? BC passed away this year. Is Jimmy Carter the one that people were talking about that gave away the Panama Canal? That's what I hear people talking about more. It's because all politics talk about right now is like Trump is trying to buy Canada or trying to integrate them into the U.S. as well as buying out Greenland. It was it Greenland or Iceland? I think it's Greenland, and also trying to take back the Panama Canal. Oh, so just this year. Okay, I see. That's why I was like, I don't remember it being like a holiday every year. Really selling off here. Once again, we could have easily retraced back inside this breaker. Didn't choose to do so. It's just getting very shy of it. I think we just go lower. I don't see this trying to come back up. If we do come back up, it might be just towards this breaker, but lower looks like the better move right now. Looks like the cleaner move too. There's that sell. Look at that. I swear, if this does play out, did I mark it somewhere? Maybe I did. Oh, it's this one. Imagine it comes all the way back down for power hour and then just comes back up. This would be so funny. It's just so clear seeking short price action. That's why it's always good to be very nimble. So you want to be short at some areas and be long at other areas, just depending on how the market conditions are. Maybe do a P&L check for today. Let's see how many people are green, how many people are red. The bias poll did really good though. Let's look at that poll here. Everyone is anonymous. You can vote honestly. Hopefully, you guys did well today. It was a pretty good stream. Trade ideas all around, even from the chat. $44% is green right now. 35% is red. At least we have the edge on it. I'm probably sure that AM probably messed a lot of people up because it was bad when people complain on Twitter of how rancid price action is for AM. And it was just Seek Troy. I think when people don't expect it, they just lose money. I think we'll try to get a 700 account from Tradeify to give away on Friday. We'll do my fun feature today. Nothing yet. Slow now. I think we already kind of did move. Hi Brian, stream 50% are profitable, more than conventional 2%. That's good. Guys, 2025, man. whose goal is to make a lot of payouts this year? If you did good last year for 2024, this year you should even do harder. Whether it's live cash account like personal funded, or just the prop funded. We're here to really do some numbers. We already have experience. If you're new, your job is just to get a feel of things, learn the rules, get consistent payouts. Don't even try to copy someone with years experience. Try to make like 6 figures a month. It'll take time. You probably have to wait some more, get some more results first. But many of you guys has been trading prop for like over a year, 2 years now. This is the year to really scale things up and make some money. Brother, MGH is he was from, I think, yesterday's stream. He said, I watched 34 streams and I have not catch a single trade during the stream. That's funny because we took 2 trades this stream. But yeah, I mean, that sounds like a signal bot. Anyways, he's watching with no volume. $20.25, man. I don't think January is going to be a good payout for me because, once again, Tick Trader, Tradeify, other firms are putting me alive. I've been waiting a whole month for the only firm I can trade is my my Top Step account, and then my Apex account. Other firms are just halting me right now, so maybe by February I have all the accounts ready. We'll get some abundance on them, or we'll get some payout threshold on them, and then just go back to base hits, and we'll go for 100K plus for February. But many guys don't have the same experience. It does really suck to get just waiting limbo mode for a whole month for a live count. You're just waiting, you're itching. Because you were doing so well on these accounts and they just stopped you. They're like, we're gonna put you to live. But when? It's like, oh, we have to wait for the broker to set you up. It's like, can I not trade the sim funded? They're like, nope. Why don't you pivot to your own live count? That's also the goal for 2025. I think it's very hard for me to do both when I'm not ready for it. When I'm still dealing with like some prop issues, I don't want to put my live count connected. Is if I do like something happens, like bugs happen, and then my trade copier messes up. That's why I think probably mid-January when I get my funded properly done, all my accounts ready, it'll be copy traded with my fundeds, my sim fundeds, my live fundeds from multiple prop firms, and then my personal funded. There's no rush for it. We're like what, like we're 8 days in, few trading days in the new year right now. 2025 would be the year for live accounts for sure. No, not prop live. I mean, personal funded live. But we did well in the Weeble account. I transferred it out. We're starting to load up on Tradeivate right now. It's ready to go. Anytime. What are total payouts prior to live? I think Tradeify was like 40,000, 50,000. Maybe just, let's say 45. I don't know the number. But then Tick Trader was 25, and I have a pretty good balance on most of my Tick Trader account. They just cut me off pretty early. But yeah, we only have 10 minutes left. We'll do the giveaway. You guys can ask me questions. I don't think we'll look for additional trades last minute here. It's not about like how many payouts you get though. It's about your performance. So for Tick Trader, they stopped me I think like 20,000, 25,000 payouts, but I was having like a big streak with them, and I was building these accounts up very aggressively, like just not aggressive, like high balance, but each day was like consistent, and it's just kind of like a proper guideline for them to stop you from making more and more on sim fundeds and just get you a live count so they don't have to pay you out of pocket, because they don't make anything when you make money from sim fundeds. They might make a percentage if you do it on live fundeds. Curtis said he's down on 1K on all my funded, was trading 1 mini. I'm switching micros, reduce risk. If I make it to funded, do you think they'll deny? No, they're not gonna deny you for reducing your size. Part of me wants to do what like Kane does, and also what Patrick Whelan did recently, just run up these Apex accounts or just some accounts in general, but they now get afraid of just getting denied. I think at most I'll try to get a nice balance, but then just do base hits and just collect payouts. With Apex now, you already have to put a safety net on, so that's already required. Oh, no. Okay, we'll run the giveaway now. All I gotta do is like the stream and comment your YouTube username 1 time. We'll have our bot choose 1 winner. If it's gonna be for my fund futures, if you already won the count like more than 2 times before, we're gonna give you $50 cash, because my fund futures not allowing me to give you give those counts to people who won multiple times already. So we'll have that. If not, the my fund future starter is like worth like $97 right now, so you'll get something out of it. And then yeah, tomorrow we still have a lot of accounts to give away for Tradeify. We'll do a 150K it's funded tomorrow for someone. Get you guys some funded accounts. If you guys win the instant funded and get to payout, man, you guys gotta give back if like a 5% cut for the person who gave you the account. Close tomorrow. Yeah, not tomorrow. I mean Friday for non-farm payroll. I think we'll trade AM and PM tomorrow, or for Friday. Because I know AM is gonna be really good for non-farm payroll, and then PM is also probably gonna be good too. I think out of the like let's say 200 counts I gave away, most of it's evals, very little sim funded. So if you get an eval giveaway, you have to pass it first, and then you go sim funded and then get a payout. So like 2 stages in that. I think out of the 200, from what I've known from people who messaged me, like they're like, thank you for the accounts, I got it funded, I got it paid. Only like 30 people got that I know for a fact got paid from them. And that's out of 200 plus accounts, man. It's a very small number. Give you guys another minute to pass. Or to enter. Still moving lower here. This 15-minute BPR is such a champ. But The moment it does close under, let's say it closed under for a near power price action, we'll probably sell off and take out this low here, as well as continue pressing down. What the heck did I just do? Oh, let's see what I want to do. All right, let's pick the giveaway winner. Giveaway winner today is MR Rayleigh. Don't we want the 4-hour unmitigated? This one here. Not necessarily. I mean, that's a good draw if it was something for us to target for, but like we're getting rejected off of lower time frames. So like the hourly here, we got filled so many times and getting rejected. Until we get a closure, let's say above this, and just start invalidating this, then I'll go for the 4-hour closure or the 4-hour gap here. We can't even do that, so there's no point in trying to go for this large gap when we're getting rejected right under it. All right, DEMR Rayleigh, GM in Discord. What are things you do to get consistent? Just trade less. Less screen time, less trading, more more patient, more discipline. Or your reroll yesterday. We're just gonna add it for tomorrow. We'll do 2 tomorrow. We'll do Tradeify, or not tomorrow, Friday. That's what I mean. Friday, we'll do an Instant Funded tomorrow or Friday, and then also do a second one for My Fun Futures. All right, I'll stick around for another 5 minutes, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, I got your DM, Riley. Feel free to ask me any question in the last few minutes, and then we'll wrap up. And also another thing, if you're buying prop firms, we have the website where we do cash rebates on most of our partners right now. It's with TradeFi. This is cash rebate up to 6%, 4% instant funded, 6%, 6.6% on the other two, advanced growth. This is 3.3 on direct fundeds. And also My Fun Futures, 5%. Nothing on Apex or Take Profit yet anymore. We're trying to get them. We need to have it set up with their API before we can do that. How do prop firm makes money? That's a good question. They make money by people who gamble. Think of it like this. Prop firm is a casino. I sometimes I forget that. Prop firm is a casino. Only the top 10% of people are net positive. Only the top 1% of traders most likely are getting like 5-10x risk in investment, reward investment basically. So that means like basically 90% are in the negatives, and they're just treating this like a casino, just going in, and just failing. That's how they make money. And we saw that with Apex numbers. If you guys probably saw it, Apex got sued by a one of the previous members or founders or whatever with the licensing issues. We don't know if that claim is have any weight or substance. Apex already released statement saying it's baseless, so we'll see about that. But they had to showcase their numbers for last year, and like we had like I think 4 or 5 months, like all the way from August to October, they're clearing $10 million per month in net profits, and we know they already pay off like 20 million per month basically per trader. So like that means they are operating on a 30% positive net margin. So yeah, they owe 3 to 5 million per month basically, but we don't know if that's like a actual claim that is with substance. It will take a hit for their margin for sure if they had to pay a third of their profits. Honestly, most of the time I've seen though, like these court cases, they'll just settle outside of it, and it'll be like very tiny. You're not gonna see like $5 million in payouts paid to them. It's gonna be very tiny. I'm thinking to start a prop firm. It's very cutthroat, man. There's already too many prop firms out there. Make more YouTube videos about your journey, bro. Yeah, that's a plan. That's a plan for 2025. I was thinking like maybe this is also a good time to talk about this. I'll make some more videos about my trading, but it's gonna be some part just lifestyle, just me living life as a trader too. Maybe I do like cooking too. Maybe like I'll trade. We can we'll do some cooking while I'm talking about like maybe I'll do a Q&A or talk about trading while doing something I like. Just make it more fun. I think it doesn't get fun when I'm just trading and just talking about trading the whole time, especially like while I'm editing the video, doing all this type of stuff. I need something to make it feel like this is enjoyable. I'll make a steak or something, grill up something too. One of those cooking TikToks videos that or YouTube shorts that I've seen. Like you can just, I'll just commentate trading while doing that. I would teach people how to trade. Play any videos? I played a lot in the past. I'll play the League. I'll play World of Warcraft or something very hardcore. But not since the last like 4 or 5 years. I don't really game as much anymore. But yeah, we might get a face cam video soon too. We'll see. Salad bowls with Brian. Is it possible to get your templates? I think it should be possible. Maybe you can confirm. It's in general chat. I have like my templates. Someone said you could copy it. I'm not sure. This is the 1:15 hourly, and this is the 5-minute standalone. It has my playlist. It has some comments about like my trading, and as well as all my indicators here too. It's in general chat. Hit and try it out. See if it works. Just choppy here. Prop firm business is pretty profitable. It's only the top prop firms that's profitable. I think the smaller one, they get, if they get milked and they don't have enough cash flow, then they're not going to be able to survive. That's why you see a lot of firms do go under or change their rules because their liabilities are getting tough. More payouts over revenue. So we only saw Apex numbers. I mean, we could probably see Top Step numbers, maybe TradeFi numbers, and we'll see. But all we have is Apex, and they were forced to show the numbers because of the court case. It's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, nothing here. This 15-minute BPR is such a champ, though. I really wish I at least tried a long attempt somewhere in the 15-minute BPR. Like, we had it here, we had it down here. Maybe not the first go around, but once we start flipping somewhere within its vicinity, like, it would have made money. Which prop firm goes toe-to-toe with Top Step? It will be Apex, and it'll be Top Step going toe-to-toe with Apex more so, because I think Apex would have more user base and also more payout volume. Top Step is the OG though, but Apex does much more numbers from what we can tell. Yeah, I think we're up like about 10K, 12K on this on the fund is right now. 2 trades, one 10-point loss and one pretty good winner, depending on when you, if you put green stop or took full TP. Basically 20 to 40 points. Good win there. We can see somewhat of a breaker forming here though. If we can displace through this high. It doesn't seem like it's trying to do that though. Just chopping back and forth. Can't see a bearish breaker forming here too. Very consolidating though, so like until you see some real displacement, you probably don't play off this. But I go back to that 15-minute BPR. I'm pretty. It's been holding pretty well, so I think we do go back into it. We'll try to hold again. We'll get one more displace and then see if we can come back up. That's a displace there. Yeah, pretty good session though, guys. No trading tomorrow because the Jimmy Carter holiday, but we'll have a trading live stream for AM and PM Friday. We're gonna do this open for everyone on Fridays, but then start next week we'll shift back to private again. So if you want to join the Discord, here's the Discord link. And next week we'll just only do it for lifetime members. I'm gonna wrap the stream here, guys. I'll pin the Discord if you want to join, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, or see you guys Friday.